Fighting is a silly, funny little game found on the slop website called Roblox. Now, usually this website has a lot of dog shit on it, but this game somehow, and surprisingly so, defies that with very fun gameplay, fun characters to play, and really good music. Now, why is that? Well, mainly it comes down to presentation. When you first boot up the game, you see a character select screen right after clicking play on the main menu, and there's a huge list to choose from of all different characters. Each of them do very different things, and the bottom of the screen will tell you what to do. Each character has their own special abilities, own ultimate, and unique, smaller abilities that can help, well, the team and yourself. Usually they're divided into different ranks, such as ranged, melee, and support, and when you then are dropped into the lobby, you are allowed to explore whatever you want. You can talk to the NPCs, you can buy cool new skins that can spruce up your character a little bit, and you're allowed to play around with the abilities that you have. Usually you have a primary, a secondary, and then 2 to 3 other abilities that then can help you. By either tapping an ability, you do a shorter version of it or a longer version depending on what it is, or by holding it, it's either a little bit more improved, does more damage, or you go a little farther, depending on what your character does. Each character is really unique, which is really nice because it kind of taps into a little bit of that like hero shooter such as Overwatch or Team Fortress 2. Now, in my opinion, I feel that it does it a lot better than a lot of other hero shooters out there because the characters are very charming and so is the presentation. This game I really enjoy. The gameplay is very solid, but also the colors and the music really work to fit with that high contrast Roblox feel, but also making it feeling fun and unique. Each character has very fun little dialogue that they will exchange between each other, whether it be against their teammates or the enemy team. Your character will say something depending on what ability they're using, what ultimate they're using. There's even funny little emotes you can use, and really it's just a very fun and cool looking game, right? The maps are all either kind of based off like internet or Roblox memorabilia. Some maps are just pulled straight from like old Roblox themes, such as there's this one map that's based off like old Roblox sword fighting games, or like there's a Roblox arcade map. Even the game modes, while simple, they really create for this fun, chaotic feel that the game tries to go for. There's, you know, classic team deathmatch, but the way the maps are structured, everybody kind of goes to the middle or one certain area to make them all kind of fight together. And then of course there's my favorite mode, which is control, where you're all standing around a ring and the ring gets bigger. Sometimes the map makes it where it goes higher and everybody tries to fight into that one area, and it creates a really chaotic and fun battles that then make the game more fun. And because the maps are structured in a very specific and fun way, it also complements the game modes, which kind of makes the game more replayable because it's actually fun. It's kind of rare for games nowadays to just be fun and wild and kind of out there, you know? It allows for replayability because you actually want to play more, not because of some arbitrary challenges that the game forces you to do, because you actually like the game, right? Now, not to say that there isn't just replayability in playing the game. As I've mentioned before, there's a lot of cool skins you can unlock by just playing the game. You don't have to spend money or anything. Just by playing the game, beating matches, you get points to then unlock cool skins to flex to everybody in the lobby. These skins look pretty freaking good, so, you know, there is a lot of good replayability in playing the game. I do also want to give a compliment to how amazing the soundtrack is, because it complements everything. The main menu goes really hard, is really cool remix of iconic music that a lot of people probably have heard over the internet. The lobby soundtrack is very funky, it's very upbeat. Each map has typically an individual track that's really good, and even during the 1 minute mark at a match, it plays this really nice track, whether it be a really epic remix of the track that was already playing, or just a funky kind of placeholder, it seems, music that still sounds really nice. And then, after everything you fight for, you're trying to work to conquer the mode or kill the whole team, right? The overtime music plays, and God, damn, that music goes hard. It really complements how chaotic that last few seconds of the match really goes. What's also nice is that at the end of a match, there's a funny little MVP screen where you get to see how well you did. And unlike other really cringy MVP screens seen in other games, it's just a picture of a guy who was ever at the top and whatever points you see. Whoever had the most damage, whoever gave the most heals, and it's really nice to, see yourself at the top, while also not being overbearing and annoying, right? You can just click through it and not even have to pay attention. There's also fun other things in the in-game lobby, such as a vote to skip option, which is very fun. There's also a little guy you can talk to who gives you titles and things like that. There's also a dude giving stats. There's also some fun little other memorabilia and stuff that you can play around with in the pre-game lobby, which is always very nice. Also, there are a lot of fun, different elements in the gameplay that really spice it up, Whether it be different characters' ultimate is very much different from the other. Each character will interact with each other differently depending on what kind of type they are, what abilities they use, and it not only creates for cool rivalries between characters, but also friendships, and allows for teammates and players to come together in some ways. Now, I have just talked about how I freaking love this game. However, I do main ban Hammer, so maybe I can't talk much about this game. But besides that, this game is really fun, really replayable, and I highly recommend it to anyone looking for a fun game that they may have never tried or never played. Now, it is a Roblox game, so that might turn you off. However, it really doesn't feel like it. Honestly, it belongs to Steam or something. It's really surprising how high quality this game is, even graphically. And I think that really does help because of the cartoony style that it tries to go for. It's a very upbeat game with a lot of very nice gameplay elements taken from other hero shooters, if you will, that create a very fun and balanced experience. Honestly, as I'm recording this, I want to play more of the game, even though it's taken time away from making this video. But that's how much I enjoy it. I actually cannot stop playing it. It's really addicting, and I really hope maybe if you check it out, you'll find it as addicting as I do. And that, to me, is why I find fighting so charming. I think it's a very fun, upbeat game that I highly recommend to anybody looking for a new, fun experience in the shooter or fighting genre. So basically, the TLDR is game good, and you should play it. And maybe you'll get as addicted to it as I have.